Hey yo, what is up? This is me, Barry. We're watching Showdown, Mega Tuesday. Welcome. How you guys doing? Let me just make sure everything is working. The stream is on. Pretty sure we are live. Should be no delay. I'll just double check my sound. Got some background noise. Okay, I think that's my computer. I need to move my microphone. Alright, let's jump into the games. I'll sort my mic out in a sec. I need to put a shirt on so I can attach my lapel mic. It is super hot in here. Who should we watch? Let's watch McDuck. McDuck is absolute beast. And then I'm just gonna put a shirt on. Just give me one sec. Okay, we're good. I got a shirt on. So you won't be able to hopefully hear my laptop in the background. It kind of overheats when I have this this avatar thing running. Even though it's like a MacBook, it still overheats. But we're gonna watch this. We're gonna pick this up. So let me check the sound now. I think this should be better. All right, yeah, that sounds better. Okay, we're good to go. All right, so we're gonna pick this up. We're live. Let me know if you're out there and you can hear me and everything is good. I think everything's okay. Let me just turn my do not disturb on. Do not disturb. Thank you. Okay. All good, all good. I appear to have lost the Showdown logo. Okay, all right, we'll get rid of the top thing. Let's just get rid of that. Fine. All right, so we are watching Best of 3, Mega Tuesday. Sorry about the chaos to get to this point, but we are here. This is 4K guaranteed. It actually went up. I think we got 6 players, so it's 6K prize pool, $1,000 entry, and we've got a couple of players returning. This is we've got McDuck returning, finished second last time. Super close game, but he got pipped by Nomosaurus. And he's up against, this is sort of first round, he's up against Jobsad, who I don't know, not sure who this is. This is somebody's alias. Who knows, but not a player I've seen before. Must have played some games because he got to rank 214. But yeah, we are mid-game. First game, so this is best of 3. I think we were up to about, it should be the same as last week, so I think 4,200 for, let me just mute myself. Let's just mute the game. 4,200 for first, 1,800 for second. And they're both using Gambler Inventors. Somebody mentioned this in the Discord today, earlier on actually, about Gambler Inventor being the meta. And I think in a lot of ways it is. A lot of the top players are using it. It's actually the most popular deck, the most popular deck build at the moment, which you can see in the win rate tracker linked in the Discord. But it's definitely got a lot of traction since seasonal rotation, yeah, people are really playing this deck, and it's pretty powerful. Like Gambler Inventor has always been super strong. Gambler itself, always good river play. And then Inventor has really good pre-flop cards, also really good universal cards. Couple of good things you can do on the river as well. So it's pretty great. It does suffer a little bit to some decks, but I mean the win rate is pretty solid. I think overall it's about 50%, maybe a bit less, but that's because it's so heavily played. But among top players, it's, you know, the top players are absolutely crushing it with this deck. But we can see here he's played Jackpot, so job sad, he's played Jackpot. So if he has a 7, which is why you play Jackpot, especially this early on, then he wins. Pair of 7s wins. Wild Ducks, to be played this early on, you would expect him to have a flush. Seems like they're kind of at a stalemate here. Jobsad's going to think about what to do. He knows that he's up against action cards like, I mean, it could be anything. He could have Misdeal. Okay, he's going for it. That tells me, I don't think he's got a 7. I think he's got the flush. Misdeal. Okay, interesting. Because you'd normally use High Hand Bonus as a combo card if you wanted to get a card, but if you were just playing it to get the bonus, you'd play it outright like that if you thought you had it. I mean, it's a +5, so it adds 5 chips anyway, but you want to get those extra 10 chips for having a straight or better. Countdown, okay, so that gives him a flush and a pair, which is not going to be beaten here unless he's got a 7, or a full house is possible. Cyclone, that's dirty. Double paired board, so Jack or an 8 or a king is good. Spades are good. Let me I'm gonna see if I can fix my logo. I think I accidentally deleted the logo when I cleared out my documents folder. Let me have a look for it while we're talking. It's in here somewhere. But anyway, compression 4 of a kind. Wow. Beastly. Jobsad coming in and absolutely crushing it out of nowhere. Really solid play. Okay, chain reaction. So card cam into chain reaction is pretty standard. It's going to get 3 pre-flop action cards. Secret Stash, Hot Deck, and he's got 1 more to come. If he wants to use it. And he's got card advantage. Oof, oof, okay. So it doesn't necessarily help much. Wow, okay. So I mean, it's better to do that. Jobsad would have had a set. He takes the 4. So he knows Jobsad has got 2 pair there. Goes to the river anyway. Would assume he's either going to do something or he must have a queen. Gotta try beat 6-4. Okay, so we can't see the cards there. We need to cycle those. The Cyclone puts the big cards up there. So anything he's got, probably didn't have a queen. Wouldn't have a queen because he wouldn't have Cyclone. He would have been ahead. Plays a Eureka. So that gives him 3 action cards, 3 river action cards. So this is pretty strong now. If he's got something useful. Plays a Jailbreak. Either beefing the pot up or just getting rid of it. Yeah, sorry Martin, yeah, I'll hover over the cards so you can see them. I normally try and make a point to do that. I'm forgetting to do it here. All right, so he's played poker faces. So that's drawing an action card for each. I mean, he's just in draw central. Like he's played about 15 cards here. So he's drawing action cards for each of his face cards on the board or his hand, which is 3. He had the king. King's good. But that takes that one down. But yeah, I'll explain what the cards do. I'll hover over them so you can see a bit more. What I'm also going to do right now is, this is terrible actually. I'm gonna fix my logo. Let me just do this on the fly. We need to bring back the header. Unexpected result, they're both playing it. Interesting, okay. So this is kind of a battle of wit. This is going to come a lot down to really tactical folding. Like when you're playing a mirror match, sort of tactical folding, and just a little bit of luck. Just bring my header back. You're right, he is going to fatigue, possibly, because these pots have been pretty small. Just move this. There we go. Roughly in the middle. All right, we've got the logo back. All is well, the header is good. Note to self, don't accidentally delete OBS assets. But yeah, he can fatigue, so he's played cheat here. He's taking the king. I had bonus to get the extra card. It's risky though with a flush on the board. He's only got 6 cards left. I mean, it's not, I think that, yeah, fatigue's not going to come into it now because this pot's pretty big. Wow. So really not a lot he could have done there. A pair of 6s versus a set of aces. Job sad. Absolutely crushing it. All right, we're good to go now. I can talk about things normally because I've found my logo, put it back, put a shirt on. It's so hot today. My God, guys, it's like the hottest day in England ever for May. It's absolutely outrageous. It's killing me. I'm dying today. So I didn't have a shirt on, but I got one on now. And we've got the lapel mic on. We're going to talk through these games and just focus on the games now. It's been a long week. It's only Tuesday. So he's played cold decks. This is it kind of counters Atomic Shift. It's interesting. So Atomic Shift is going to give +1 to his lower card every time he plays a card. So you can get yourself into a good spot, give yourself pairs. I'm looking at a straight draw here. He's played cold decks, so he's probably got lower cards. Job sad. McDuck really needs to win this hand though. One thing, I need to record these games. Let me just start that. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we didn't like what he saw there. He's probably still trying to get his cards up from the Atomic Shift. Every time he plays an action card, his lower card gets a +1. He's played Cyclone, which let's put 2 6s up. Diamonds, misdeal. Okay. Over under. Interesting. So that's going to +1, -1 every card on the board. And when you're playing for number cards, like you have really no information about what your opponent has at this point. 2 5s, 5 and 10. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Job sad. Crushed that one. Let's take a look at the brackets. Drop in on Nomosaurus, last week's champion. Playing Esper again. Esper entered last week also. Got knocked out in the first round. Looks like he's one down here. Let's see where we're at. So we've had Wild Ducks, Chain Reaction, 2 compressions. Nomosaurus just folds that. That's a big pot pre-flop. He played a Maniac as well. Wow. Interesting. And two kings. That's a big pot pre-flop. Interesting. All right, so Esper is storming ahead here. We can take a look at the decks. Nomosaurus also playing Gambler Inventor. Very much the meta. I think that kind of confirms this is the meta deck. So if you want to play against that, you need to go to the win rate tracker. Look at the data. Look at what beats Gambler Inventor. I mean, I can show you as well. I'll show you in a minute. Esper folds that. Set of 8s. Right, so this is going to be another battle of wits. Read, interesting. So Esper is playing the Protector Bureaucrat deck, which is very strong. It's weak really to Rebel decks, but that's not a factor here because it plays a lot of universal cards. Was kind of the meta deck for a while. After seasonal rotation, it changed a little bit. He's played Unexpected Result there, so that's -1, and he's drawn a card, so he doesn't have a pair. Nomosaurus doesn't have a pair here. Blackjack. It's a good card to play there because you know your opponent doesn't have a pair. Rich get richer, so you're forcing your opponent to draw cards and you're drawing cards for every card you have above an 8. So this is a good one I use to kind of waste cards that your opponent has. It's a good way to get to fatigue. Interesting. So we know Esper's got a set here. He's also got Fatal Fortune. So if this goes to the river, Nomosaurus is going to be, I would not say he's the favorite. Wow, okay, pot control. So this pot is going to be huge either way. Unexpected Result. Okay, so there's a 10 on the board. So we didn't draw a card because there's a pair of 10s on the board. Just making this pot huge. Can mean Nomosaurus has a set. If he does, I'd expect him to continue. Trips even. I'd expect him to continue with this one. But he's going to be up against Fatal Fortune. So that confirms it. He was either on a heart draw or 3 10s. No. Wow, okay. Now he's got to play the Fatal Fortune. Oh. He's got Fibonacci. So you can play Fibonacci and get rid of the 9 and 10. Leaves him with a pair of jacks. Crushes it, 82 chip pot. Fibonacci puts a 2, 3, 5, 8 on the board. So Fatal Fortune there came in clutch. To be honest, a surprise Nomosaurus would want to go to the river there, knowing that he's up against Fatal Fortune. And if he's got that Fibonacci in his hand. Yeah, that's tough. All right, let's check in on the other games. Job Sad McDuck. All right, where are we at? So we've had a card payment, cold deck. Cold deck is going to discard your aces, kings, queens, jacks. McDuck well ahead here. We've missed pretty much half the game. Be interested to see what the other two players' decks are. You can have a look at that shortly. Jobsat is taking his time here. Let me know who you guys are rooting for. I'm going to stay impartial. I'd like to see McDuck win because McDuck has been such a champ. Like they have been crushing it in cash games. I need to close my window. Someone is mowing the lawn outside, I think. One sec. They're not mowing the lawn, they're pumping up a tire. But yeah, because McDuck, yeah, same uncle. I think I'm rooting for McDuck because McDuck has been such a champion of this game. He's a really good ambassador. Jobsad plays countdown there, so that gives him a 9 out of 10. So he knows he's got a full house here. Basically the nuts. He's probably got cards coming though. Oh, interesting. Split pot then. So he plays a countdown as well, gives him the 9-10. But yeah, I've got to root for McDuck, because McDuck has just been absolutely crushing it. Both in tournaments and cash games, which is rare. Like normally players tend to have a focus on one or the other. Nav, for example, focuses pretty much on cash games and does that very well. And some players do kind of split their focus. Some players play more tournaments, especially for the higher stakes. And it's really a different, I don't know, it's a different mindset when you go into a tournament, especially when there's a lot of money on the line. It's going to be split. Especially when there's a lot of money on the line. Like with cash games, you're just kind of grinding it out. You're playing game after game after game. With a tournament, there's a lot more pressure. A lot more pressure. I actually don't enjoy playing Showdown tournaments. I do now because I can just play. I've only played one tournament. I played the Beat Barry tournament. But I used to feel real intense pressure playing tournaments. Especially when you got knocked out early. Like it's kind of crushing, embarrassing even, when you get knocked out early. But it happens to everyone. Everyone loses. Some see even the best players will get knocked out in the first round of tournaments. Yeah, Addy rooting for Jobsad. Interesting to see Jobsad's game history. Must have played some. Because they're ranked 214, but not too many. Let's see. So we've got a magnetize there. So we had an atomic shift. So again, that's the +1 to the lower pocket card for every card you play. Magnetize, pick a card. It's going to give you a +1, -1 around it. And then roulette. It's going to cycle one of the board cards and one of your opponent's action cards. Really powerful gambler card, that. Really annoying to play against. Both went to the river, so they both feel like they got something good. Lot of possibilities here. Straights, flushes, full house. Interesting. It kind of rules out the flush. Looking at straights probably. Or potential full house still. For McDuck there. Compression does a -1. Unless he's just using that to get the extra card. So high hand bonus if you... Okay, what do we get? McDuck he did have a full house. So the high hand bonus was to get the bonus there. And he did that super well. Nice. Nice. Yeah, because high hand bonus, you play it in a combo, gives you an extra card. Probably playing compression then high hand bonus just for the safety of having the extra card. Plus, gives you 10 extra chips if you got a straight or better, and he's got a full house. McDuck takes that one down. Okay, so where we're at. So they're at 1 apiece. Nomosaurus and Espo also at 1 apiece. Let's pick this one up. Just quickly show you the win rate tracker. Where we're at since seasonal rotation. Just check in here. All right, we'll pick that up in a minute because this is pretty important here. Nomosaurus, 83 to 45. Big pot developing here. It looks like he played this save of the moment pre-flop because nothing's locked. Pot control. So there's going to be a big pot. It's going to pretty much even things out. You can expect to fold unless he's got something. And he does. All right, so this one's going to come down to the wire. Esper, Nomosaurus. Both got 5 action cards. It's going to be a classic Protected Bureaucrat, Gambler Inventor throwdown for this last hand. I would imagine this is the last hand. Ooh, maybe not. So this, all right, this is going to slow down Nomosaurus. So if you flop good, you're going to continue here. If you don't, it gives you the option to fold because the pot is small. Final notice. It means you can only play 1 action card, each player. And it's going to be annoying for Nomosaurus because he's got 5 action cards. You can only use 1. So the game is probably not going to end here. Would expect one of them to fold. It's risky. So he didn't draw a card there. It means he's got a pair. He did that on the 5, which could be a misdirection. Or he could have a pair of 5s. Could be either or. Esper needs to think about what to do. So he knows that Nomosaurus has a pair. He knows that Nomosaurus now probably doesn't have a pair. That would likely force Nomosaurus to fold here. Yeah, and it's a bluff. Really, really smart. Because you play that when you know your opponent doesn't have a pair. Like sometimes they might have a king there. Most of the time they won't, and they can't continue with the risk of, you know, the threat of you having the king. Even though Esper didn't, he only had 4-5, so it's a pure bluff. It's one of the sort of situations you get where it ends up, you know, you're able to bluff. Like there's not a whole lot of bluffing in Showdown, not the same way you would see in poker, but there are situations where you put pressure on and make your opponent think you've got something. I mean, it's a bluff, yeah. But it's very situational. That was the kind of the perfect exploit of the situation there. Smart, high-level play from Esper. Let's see. Rich get richer, into court order, and he's gone to the river, so you gotta have a piece of that. Queen or a jack. Plays the trap. So he forces Nomosaurus to go to the river. Because otherwise, no show, gain 6 chips. Should take him over 100, I think. But he's got a lot of action cards. Okay. No, they're both. Each of them is trying to figure out if the other has a queen. Probably not worried about straights. So you're probably playing the surge there to +1. So you can play the high hand bonus and get another card, which could indicate weakness. Playing it again. So the pot is big. The points don't really matter at this point. Okay, that really doesn't affect much. Can't make a straight or a flush. There's no... Probably indicates a queen. Yeah, they both got a queen. Yeah. Yep. Wasn't a sign of weakness. Just wanted to get rid of the straight. Both had a queen, but Esper's is bigger. Esper takes it down. I think that's 2-1, right? Nomosaurus first out. I mean, he's got to give back this week. Last week he took it down. 4,200 first place. Let's check the prize pool. We're at 4,200 first place, 1,800 second place. McDuck is out. Okay. Did we miss that? We were watching the Nomosaurus game. Wow. Okay. Which game do you guys want to watch? Esper Jijong, Job said Skibbity. I'm just going to pick one. Let's go Job said Skibbity. What happened in the McDuck game? Am I losing my mind? We didn't watch that, right? That was 1-1. Okay, all right. So that last week's finalists giving back this week by getting knocked out in the first round. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wow, so that's an upset. So we're going to have a new Mega Tuesday champion. Just want you guys to know that I shut my window and it is super hot and I'm sweating like a pig. It's like 9:30 in England and it's like, what's the temperature? It's 26 degrees outside. It's hot here. It's hot on the tables. It's Mega Tuesday. I enjoy watching these games though, because this is like the highest level of gameplay. Because you're not going to put $1,000 on the line unless you've got the goods to back it up. So, Job said Skibbity. It's another Gambler Inventor Showdown. Let's just check what we're looking at with Sejong. Maybe we pick this game up because we haven't watched Sejong yet. So he's playing Rebel Gambler. That's interesting. We can just take a pause here, just very quickly look at the Pro v Pro. Excuse my mouse clicks. The data, right? So Gambler Inventor, this is since last season of rotation. Gambler Inventor is the most used deck, 49% win rate. That's going to be a little lower than the win rate that the pros are getting out of it because it's so used. So the frequency of it being used is going to bring it down. Rebel Gambler is way down there, but it has a good win rate. So that's interesting. Okay. We'll pick the action up here though. The win rate track is there. It's linked from the Discord in case you don't know. Did a whole video about it. Explaining what it is. It's basically where you get all the data from Showdown. So you can look at win rates, all that kind of thing. Exciting stuff if you like data. All right, so court order into rich get richer. It's going to draw action cards. Flop doesn't seem likely to connect with anything that Esper's got here. And his deck, Protector Bureaucrat, he's going to be looking for, yeah, that face cards basically. Let me know what you guys think about that with McDuck and Nomosaurus getting knocked out in the first round. That was pretty crazy. Excuse the chair squeaks, but yeah, that's unexpected. Poor McDuck, runner-up last week. So he did get 1,800 and then knocked out in the first round here. So yeah, he's down 200 from playing these, but that's how it goes. Anti-up, okay. It's an annoying card because it's a +5. He's not going to get the tax here because he's not 25 behind. Yeah, that's true. Especially heads up. Like it's heads up, so somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. New players come in all the time and beat the seasoned pros. You know, the more experienced players. Like anyone can come in. Like we had, it was Raiden, yeah. Raiden played you, right, Uncle? I think on stream. We did the stream with Stan. I think he played his first game. I'm sure it was against you. It was Raiden versus Uncle, and he won it. Like the first game he ever played. It is the beauty of the game. That is how it goes. All right, so we've had a revolution here. It's gonna brick. Smart. So I should have talked through this. So he's played court order, Jack, Black Jack, another court order. Revolution is going to brick all those. So he knows that his opponent has got face cards. So he's got He's bricked one of his own face cards there. That's fine. Because he knows that he's... whatever card he has left, he's going to be ahead. So Zhejiang, Rebel Gambler. This is interesting because he's playing a very rarely played deck that has a good win rate. So this is one you want to look at. Like when you're looking at the data, you want to look at like decks that can exploit the meta, decks that other people aren't using, that you can sort of surprise people with. Rebel Gambler, I think, fits that bill because Rebel is good against, I mean, it's great because it's got hostile territory and salvage goods, and it's great against Protector and Bureaucrat and Inventor. And then Gambler, good on the river, good kind of all-round deck, good on the flop too. Interesting. Esper folds, didn't want to go for it. So Zhejiang here, 85 to 14. I mean, Zhejiang, he's so far ahead here, you would not expect him to lose this, but we've seen comebacks. Comebacks are part of the nature of this game. So that's interesting because he's got a Gambler deck, but favoritism locks all the river cards. He's only locked one card there, which you can see at the top. And Esper has no river cards. He's going to have universals, some flop cards. Playing Stroke of Luck there is pretty boss. Gives him a copy. King, Queen, or 6. And he can afford to go to the river, you know, even if he's just got the Queen. 6 debatable, but he can afford here to fold if he doesn't like his spot. I mean, it's going to give favoritism, so he's going to get an extra 5 chips, but the pot is small. So arguably, you probably want to go to the river anyway, because the pot is so small. Like it's, you know, 5 chips versus an extra 11. Does fold. Surprised at that. Really surprised at that, especially with top pair. Good kicker. It's conservative, but no, I'm reading that wrong. Esper folded. Yeah. Okay. Confusing myself. Yep. So flip everything I just said. That was that was the right fold with yeah, up against a Stroke of Luck if you've got nothing. But fortunate that keeps him on 96. It's been a long day. It's been super hot. My brain is fried. Okay. This is the kind of spot I think Zhejiang's going to fold. 19 chips. It gets pretty big. 7, unless he's got 3. Interesting. So he doesn't have the 3. He could be going open-ended here. And the pot's getting big now. Let's see what he wants to do. Does that the card advantage? Open-ended though, I don't know if I would go open-ended there unless you've got a plan on the river. I mean, if he could be going for hearts. If he's open-ended, it's about 30% to hit the card he needs, which is not terrible. Esper's taking his time here. He's really thinking about it. Checked. If he was open-ended, he hit. If he was going for hearts, Zhejiang hit. Hearts won't make it, actually. There's only 2 hearts on the board. Flush will, straight will though. Plays Revolution. Wow, okay. Fatal Fortune. Okay. I mean, wow. He's got over under, okay. So he's played game plan, so he's got 2 cards. Can give him anything. The thing is, he doesn't want to risk the split pot. A 5 is going to split the pot. Zhejiang just has a pair of 7s. Oh. Okay. So we thought the pair of 2s were good. Didn't want to risk the over-under, which makes sense when you can see the 7. Because you've got the 6 and you're not going to hit anything you've got. So Showdown there was the right play, but unfortunate. Nothing you could do there. Let's see what Jobsad is up to. Okay, so he's played Atomic Shift, but then he's kind of nerfed that with Overprotect. He's got a -1 and then lock both. We don't, it doesn't give you that much information. I mean, Overprotect can, a lot of the time it does improve your opponent's hand, like it can give them a pair. And also locking their cards, it sort of negates things that you can do. Like Job said, he can't use things like Missteal here to get rid of Skibbity's cards. Like he can use it to cycle his own cards, but he's not going to be able to unlock Skibbity here. But he's got a real big decision here. Jobsad folds 7-6. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing he can do there. Interesting. Skibbity 90 now, so Jobsad cannot fold. Plays roulette. So it's getting rid of one of the board cards, one of the action cards. Got rid of Countdown. It's one of those cards that just pops up on the river so frequently and just kills you dead. Skibbity can fold though, it does. When you're this far ahead, you've got the luxury of picking your spots. Like that, I do that sometimes. If I get that far ahead, I will pick my spots. Like, I mean, you can pick your spots and then your spot doesn't come, or you put pressure on regardless. But yeah, you got a decision. So this is interesting because you got Jackpot. They both played Jackpot. He played Chain Reaction into Overprotect. So he can still have a 7. I've actually never seen double Jackpot with both of them hitting the 7, but it's possible here with Cold Deck. So we've got no aces, kings, queens, or jacks, only number cards. And he's got a 1 time as well. So if he can pick a 7 from the next card, they can't fold. Skibbity can't fold. If he picks a 7, I mean, that tells us what we need to know. Unless he's bluffing. But Jobsad can also have a 7. I'd love to see that, actually. I'd love to see them both have a 7 here. It's going to be split if they do. So that suggests... Okay, that's interesting. So if he does have a 7, maybe no 7 came up with the one time. 7 is there now. Could it be going for a straight? Clubs could still have a 7. I bet Jobsad wishes he had like a missed deal now or something like that. High hand bonus. His cards are locked. This pot is huge. 88 chips. It's outrageously huge. They both played high hand bonus. They're doing that to get the extra card. It's tense. Let's see what he does. Yeah, we love these high stakes games. Like if you guys go check the Discord, like in case you missed the update we pushed today, where you can watch high stakes games as they happen. Like anytime there's a high stakes game on, $20 or more, you can just drop in and watch it in spectator mode now from the lobby. It's a good way to pick things up. So Jobsad, neither of them had the 7. Had a pair of 6s, gives him the straight. 9, Skibbity had nothing there. So the 7 was a fake out. Wow. Okay. Pair of 6s. So he did have the 7 before, because he played overprotect, right? So he had -1. So we had 6, 7 before that. And yeah, I mean, that could easily have given him 7, 5. Interesting. Wow. Okay. All right. So Jobsad 1 up there. Let's see what's going on with Zhejiang. Okay. Pocket mirror. It's normally going to give high cards, but can be deceptive. I think I would love to see, now that McDuck is out, I think I'm going to root for Zhejiang just because he's playing a unconventional deck. I like to see decks like this win. Because it's against the meta, it's also against, what everybody else is playing. So it's interesting to watch. All right. So we had a check, a trap. So if Esper wins this, Zhejiang is going to lose all his cards. He's going to brick. Pocket mirror. I mean, Esper, it's got to have something good. Can have 4 jacks here. Queens, kings, aces also. Got 8s though. Wow. Zhejiang had the 4 house. All right. Good play. All right, let me just open my window now that we don't have people working outside. It is super hot. I feel the tension of these games, even though I'm not playing. I mean, I don't know, we know our players, but we don't know anything about players' backgrounds and whether $1,000 is a lot of money for them. But I think for anyone, $1,000 is it's a lot of money. I mean, there's a lot of money on the line. Like this is like the highest stakes you can play in Showdown, so it's tension. Yeah, I feel great for the players that make it, that win, get runner-up money. for those guys that get knocked out. It's tough to see, especially, you know, when it's people you played against a lot. Don't like to see people lose. But on the plus side, for the players that enter that don't win, we'll raffle a Showdown NFT, which you can now use as avatars. Neither of these guys have it, but in the update that we pushed today, you can buy the Showdown NFTs. So it's under the avatar section, which is maybe a strange place to have put it, but I mean, it could have gone in the store, I guess, but yeah, it's under the avatar section where you can buy the NFTs. It's like in a reverse auction. You pay with show points, earn show points by playing the game. But yeah, we've got that going on, and yeah, some people have already won the NFTs from, you know, tournaments and other things. But yeah, you can use those as your avatars. You can also win through the achievements. Like we just launched achievements today. It's like, you know, win 10 games, win 100 games with different classes. Set of Kings is good there for Esper. But you can win avatars, gives you a little bit of, you know, customization of your profile, a little bit of individuality, especially the NFT ones. They look cool as avatars. But enough of that. Let's talk about the game. Distract myself frequently. Card payments. So use preflop, cycling a random card, and because it's preflop, you are also drawing an action card. Higher authority. Wow, okay. Haven't seen much of that so far. Wow, okay. So Esper's got a decision here. He's played favoritism. It's not going to induce the fold because he's oh, okay. All right. Could induce a fold. Let's see. I mean, he's locked his river cards. He played favoritism, so it's locked Zhejiang's river cards. It's played back against it with high five. While he knows he's got a pair of fives, that could be all he's got, or you can have a set of fives, you can have two pair. You can have the diamond draw, which would be good because that's going to be better if he hits the diamond. Flush in a pair will beat nut flush. So now Esper's got a real decision. One action card left. He's going to take his time with it. Yeah, folds. Even with the five, because of that we just mentioned, he's up against the diamond draw, which is going to be good against, you know, any other flush in a pair. Lost his silver bullet, but Zhejiang Rebel Gambler. I'm going to root for Zhejiang. Let me know if you guys are following now that we've had Mukduk getting knocked out. Okay, so Wild Ducks versus Fantasyland. Now, interesting. Played Rich Get Richer, so he's drawing cards, but he's seen Zhejiang draw cards there as well. I didn't pick up if he drew one or two there. Final notice, okay. It's tense. So Zhejiang only play one card here. Same for Esper. Can each only play one card. Final note. So it's going to be frustrating for Zejong because he hasn't really got to play many cards. He's got all these action cards. He can only play one, so he needs to make it a good one. He's gone to the river, so he must think he can beat Queens. Wow, that's why. Yeah, okay. Revolution, yeah, I mean, yeah, the 3 high is going to win. I mean, Esper kind of set himself up for that, playing the final notice and then not being able to play anything else. Not that he's got heaps he can do on the river with Bureaucrat Protector, but yeah, Revolution just kills it stone dead. 3 high. Wow. So he didn't have the 2, but doesn't matter. I mean, that's kind of one of those great hands for Revolution, which come up so frequently for Rebel decks, where you just kind of watch your opponent hang themselves. Zejong is into the final there. Just kind of watch your opponent hang themselves, where they're using either Fantasyland or Promote, 3 Wise Men, get to the river, and just smack Revolution and just brick everything. It's such a good card. I think it's probably my favorite card in the game at the moment. I love to play that. Let me just check. These guys are at 1-1, right? No. Still 1-0. Job sad. Okay. All right. So we'll get to the final soon, but Jobsad is ahead here. It's crazy. So Skibidor has played 6 cards there. Could be going for a Eureka. Oh, he's setting up for compression. Compression is great because it -1s and then it repeats for each action card you've played, so you can get yourself into really good spots using it. It's hard to count how it's going to affect the board state sometimes, but it's a really useful card, but just completely nerfed by Misdeal. I mean, Misdeal just is your get out of jail free card there. Brutal. And then so I mean, everything is here. Straights, flush, full house, quads. Straight takes it. Job so. Yeah, I mean, that's Misdeal for you. It just kind of resets everything. So it's so frustrating. I hate playing against it because you do the work and then it just gets undone with Misdeal, and then you're 50-50 to be ahead. Really frustrating. I mean, I use it purely when I play a gambler deck. I will use it for that reason. Like if I think I'm ahead, it's like the last card I have, use Misdeal, and then it's 50-50 coin toss basically that you end up ahead. Job sad. Unexpected result there. Played it, didn't draw a card. I think he used it on the 2, so we didn't change the board state. He did draw a card, I mean. Didn't change the board state. So we know he doesn't have a pair. Let's see. Going to the river. I mean, Job sad. He's got a bit of luxury here with 96. Skibidi cannot fold anyway. Wild Ducks. He played Wild Ducks, but then he played Unexpected Result and drew a card. So we know he doesn't have a 2. Trying to hit the 2 with the game plan. It's going to give him number cards. Also suited, so we can hit flushes here. Can hit the 2. hit any, yeah, wow, wow, wow. Okay. So he hit 7 deuce, which gave him the full house. Gives him 7s over 2s, not 2s over 7s because the 2 is wild. And he was up against a flush, king high flush as well. So, I mean, that is, I mean, I will clip that because that is about the most fortunate, blessed game plan you could ever hit in that situation. Interesting. All right, so we're going to go to the final. Jobsat versus Zhejiang. Jobsat is killing it, Uncle. You're very right. He's come in and just crushed. Just move my mouse cursor out of the way so we can properly record. But yeah, he's really crushed it. I'm playing against Zhejiang now. Zhejiang even. I don't think I have too much history with Zhejiang. I don't have any history with Jobsat. But, I mean, it's cool to see new players. I mean, just anyone could come and play this tournament, right? You just come in and put $1,000 up. These guys are going to walk away with a pay out. Wow, okay. So he plays Wheel of Fortune there into high five. Gives himself, at minimum, quads. He could have 5 of a kind. Puts a lot of pressure. I mean, I love the Rebel deck for playing things like high five. Because it's a +5 and you can combo it with so many things. It's great with Silver Bullet. Wow, okay. So Zhejiang cannot lose this hand as it stands. Can be split. Wow, my god. That's insane. So he cycloned it, got rid of the 5s, brought on 2 more 5s, like the... And another 5, wow. I mean, yeah, diamonds are still there for Zhejiang, possibly. It's got a 5. But, I mean, he's going to be worried here if he just has a 5. Flush is probably good. But, yeah, that's crazy. 2 cyclones and hit Zhejiang every time. But 5-7 no good. King high, pair of kings will take that. 2 pair, actually, kings and 9s. Yeah, okay, so that cyclone helped him out. 5-7. Crazy hand. All right, card payment. To a card, cycle card. We can talk about the deck. So it's Gambler Inventor, seen already. And Zhejiang playing Rebel Gambler. That's an interesting matchup actually. So they've both got Gambler cards. It's going to come down really to the power of Rebel, which can disrupt a lot against, especially against the Inventor, versus Inventor's kind of creativity pre-flop, on the flop, on the river. It's an interesting matchup. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. No, okay, we're good. All right. Let's see what they want to do here. Both want to go to the river. Understandable for Zhejiang. I think he just checked there, so he must feel pretty good. That's going to be a concern because when you play game plan, it's a great. You're 1 in 4 basically to hit a flush. He's not doing this to hit the number cards. I mean, he can hit number cards, but he's going to be worried about king, jack. I mean, he can hit 7-8, gives a straight, 2 pair, but I mean, he's really going for the flush here. Hit the 4-5, jack 8. So Zhejiang takes that down. He had club draw, pair of jacks, 4-5, complete whiff, job sad. Interesting. Stan just told me that Job Sad is a parallel player, and he's come in and played this game. Apparently he was top 8 parallel worlds. Interesting. All right, we'll talk more about that later. Gotta reflect on that, because that's really interesting. Like this, I love it when people come in from other games and just pick this up and take to it quickly. It's super cool. So job site is not an unknown. Really interesting. Okay, so no action cards here played. And they're both going to the river, so they're both strong or looking to disrupt compression. Okay. It's risky though. When you're up against Gambler, especially because you're going to be up against Cyclone, Misteel, over under. Game plan not great here. You're not going to hit flush. Really trying to hit the 10 or yeah. There's the Misteel. Zijong not happy with whatever he got from the game plan. Let's see if, I mean, that's, yeah, 50-50. This case, you know, you might try to improve your hand. You might just give up, conserve action cards for the next hand. 2-6, got a pair of 8s, yeah. So Zijong takes it down. Small-ish pot though, only 18 chips. A pair of 8s is good. What, 2 pair? This one is going to be close. I've got a feeling this one is going to be tight. Cold deck. So you play that. It's a good combo card, cold deck to play with. You know, things like game plan. I mean, he used game plan there, but cold deck. You're putting number cards on the board, so you're getting rid of all the aces, kings, queens, jacks. Playing for number cards. It's a good kind of anti-protector kind of card, but also it goes well with, you know, things you can do with Gambler and Inventor too, but yeah, you can get pretty creative. Okay, so we've magnetized 6, 7, 8 up. 2 action cards though. Versus 4. Be a good time for a silver bullet. That, yeah. That's one of the cards that goes great with cold deck. Roll the dice, because you're basically can give yourself another number card. I mean, you're cycling one of the board cards up to one of the board cards for another number card, and then you're replacing one of your cards. Stroke of luck. So he's 2 and 3 to have hit the 6 there. And Jobsad only has 2 action cards. May just give up here. Yeah. Interestingly, hit the 8. You wanted 3 to hit the 8. It's going to happen, but the threat of the 6 is too much, and Jobsad's got nothing to back up that. He's basically a gut shot. So, good fold. Atomic Shift. It's going to +1 his lower card anytime he plays a card. Only 3 action cards though. Boom. I love this card. Such a good card to play against. Inventor, Protector, Bureaucrat. Doesn't do well against Gambler Cheater, but it's great to have and get rid of all their universal cards, because you know there are some decks that lean very heavily towards universal cards, hostile territory. Sometimes you can take out your opponent's entire hand with just playing 1 hostile territory. Such a good card because it's only a +2. Doesn't beef the pot up too much. And if you're playing sort of Rebel Tech Protector or something like that, you can just cycle it with salvage goods if you don't need it. Let's see. So Jobsad did want to go to the river. Game plan. Okay. So there's not much he can hit there. 3s or 10s. No flush. No straight. Not for game plan. It's risky with only 1 action card left versus whatever Zijun has. This is high level. Over under. Ooh. The over under is good there. I mean, it -1 +1 every card. It's good also because it makes pots smaller. Like it's a -5. Doesn't hit anything. Zhejiang 2 pair. Yeah. So he's playing that. Yeah. It's a good card because it makes the pot smaller. If you hit, great. If you miss, but sometimes it will play that purely to make the pot smaller. Like, don't even save it for another hand. Just make the pot smaller. Move on. So card payment into chain reaction. It's interesting because he's got 3 pre-flop cards here. He's only got 1 other card, and he's really stuck. Zijun has the card advantage here, big time. But he needs to do all the damage here, pre-flop. Fantasy land. What else? He needs to do something. Can fold. Can still fold. It's at -3, so Jack, Queen, King. So Zijun had an ace. That was his higher card. Now got a Jack. So he knows he's ahead here. The best hand Zijun can have here is Jacks. He's got 1 more pre-flop card he can play. Let's see what he does. Chooses not to play it. So he's ahead here. He knows he's ahead here. Zhejiang may just fold this. Salvage goods. Yeah, okay. A lot of the time I will use salvage goods and just use it on, I will save it to use it on a flop where I've got like 5 action cards and I can just get a bunch of pre-flop cards and do stuff like this. And then I, come back with, maybe a blackjack, trap. So Jobsad cannot fold. And he's really in a bad spot. He's only got a queen, so he's losing to any pair here. And he's only got 1 action card that he can possibly use. Don't know what it is. He may not have any action cards he can use. He may just be dead. Yep. King high. Wow. Smart from Zijun. Good use of salvage goods there to get cards that are likely to help you against the fantasy land. Good game, good game. So 1-0. Zijun Jobsad. Yeah, Jobsad, just looking him up now, he's like a legit parallel player. Top 8 in the world, apparently. May not be pronounced Jobsad, it may be Jobsad. But yeah, he's like a legit parallel player. And he's playing Showdown, which is awesome. Love to see that. All right, let's pick this up. Jobsad. This is basically someone coming in from another game and taking the money from some of our seasoned veterans. I love that. I love that someone come in from a game like Parallel. And we'll have a look at Jobsad's stats. I'm not sure how much he's played. They've played. I'm not sure if it's he or she actually. But we'll have a look at his stats after this. Super cool though. Yeah, I love it when, someone comes in from other games like Hearthstone or Magic, anything. Much like Stan did, where, Stan played pretty much every game competitively and then built this. But yeah, it's really cool when, people from other games come in and, apply a lot of the same kind of skills. Let me get rid of the icon there. It's easier for you to see. Sorry, I should have done that earlier. I keep that on when I'm playing. I mean, you can figure out who I'm talking about because you can see the other one, but yeah. 2 kings. Straight takes it. All right. Sejong racing ahead here. Jobsad 1-0 down and really needs to do something. But I love this matchup because you got Zejong play a lot of Showdown using an unconventional deck versus Jobsad Parallel Crusher using a meta deck. It's a really interesting matchup. A lot can happen here. So he's played card payment. Again, cycle a pocket card and draw an action card. 5 action cards versus 5 action cards. And they're just going to go at it. Eye for an eye. Again, that's one of my favorite cards. I mean, it's an interesting card because it can put you in a bad spot, but can also put your opponent in a spot where they just can't get out of it. We see there, unexpected result. Doesn't have a pair because he's drawn an action card there, but he does have 5 action cards. So there's a lot he can do here. Can get to the river, can use game plan. A lot of other stuff can happen. Especially with a mulligan played, we got 5 versus 3. So Zijung has a way out of this. He can fold, and then it's going to waste a couple of Jobsad's action cards, which you may want to do because he's already pretty far ahead. Try and get rid of some of those annoying cards, but he doesn't. Continues, so he must have a piece of that. Playing a mulligan, so we got rid of his brick. Must have some piece of this, that flop. Diamond draw, possibly. Straight draw, possibly. Straight maybe got there, diamonds didn't. Jobsad, I would expect him to come in here with a game plan or something. Fibonacci, yeah, but you're up against 2 cards. Now he might game plan. You wouldn't want a Fibonacci with just 1 card. Risky. Double 5 on the board though. Brick. Okay. Interesting. So we didn't get rid of the 5, we got rid of the 8. This is where you have to remember things like what was played on the flop with the unexpected result when he didn't have a pair. So you can do card removal to deduce what he has. Split. Wow. Okay. They both had the 3. Brick was inconsequential. Wow. Interesting. But Jobsad's still way ahead. Cold deck into Wild Ducks. He's just got to go for it now. Expect to maybe work this into a game plan. Zijun, this is going to be a good time for roulette and or silver bullet. Did get rid of the game plan, so that's crucial. Wild Ducks, I wouldn't be too worried about. Semi-bluff at this stage. But he got rid of the game plan when he played the roulette. So that's huge. Jobsad, he's going to be reluctant to fold because it's going to give him 16. It's going to take him up to 78. It's going to be hard to come back from that. But again, he's only got 2 action cards, so the card advantage is really important here. Does continue. I mean, yeah. Okay, wow, straight. So he continued there. Jobsad continued with a gutter and nothing else. Did hit the 3, 7, 8. Geez, wow. Okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, it looks strange. Like you can sort of say, okay, why did he continue with that? But he's got action cards. If he doesn't hit, you'd expect him to use the action cards. But when he does hit, then he's good. So he's playing compression, chain reaction, get 3 pre-flop cards. I'm going to start beefing these up one time. So Zhejiang, I'm going to be worried about that. Can pick the 4th card from the top 7. And it's a +7, so it's going to make the pot huge. So this is going to get big. So Zhejiang, he has card advantage significantly. He knows that Jobsad, one of his cards is a pre-flop card after using Chain Reaction. So he's only got 2 cards he can use here. Salvage goods, I would, yeah, just go for it. Just cycle all your cards, or most of them, and hit something. This is going to tell us a lot now. No pair. Unexpected result. So Jobsad is in real trouble here. And he's against whatever pre-flop cards Zhejiang's played from the salvage goods. It's going to discard action cards and give you flop cards. So we don't know. I didn't see exactly how many he cycled. I would assume a lot, probably most of them. Because you want to try and hit things like, you know, like a blackjack, stroke of luck, game plan to stop it, yeah, stop it dead, pot control to make the pot huge, card protector, because he knows that still Jobsad, he's only got 2 cards he can use. If he had a favoritism, Zhejiang, that's gonna be pretty significant too, because it's gonna lock action cards. So there's a lot here that Zhejiang can do. Jobsad. The flip side of that is that Jobsad, if he's got, say, a heart draw, or he's got something he wants to do on the river. Okay, so the heart draw less relevant now because we know that Zhejiang has a king or an 8 of hearts. So another heart comes, he's going to have flush in a pair. At worst, he's going to have a pair, 8s or kings. Jobsad can fold. It just depends what is the 2 cards are that he can use. I mean, we don't know he can use them both. Like the card that he drew from unexpected result can be a pre-flop card. So we don't know for sure. He may only have 1 card he can use. And yeah, he just has to fold. Nothing he can do because he knows he's against at least a pair, flush draw, maybe a made flush. And it's going to be a flush and pair, so it's just, there's no beating it unless you can counter. So, Zhejiang well ahead. And this pot is going to get big. It's going to get probably to the point where Jobsad cannot fold. Right now, would give him 99 to Zhejiang, so he can fold now. But yeah, it's going to be tough to come back from that. I don't know who I'm rooting for now. I kind of want, I don't know. It'd be cool. It's cool for Jobsad to win, to come in, playing parallel. And it's cool for Zhejiang to win, to come in and crush someone coming in from parallel. And also using a non-meta deck, which I like to see. Magnetize. I mean, Jobsad is just, he's really just using his cards here. Oof. Put the 7 up. I mean, the jackpot, it's, you don't give it too much credit, but you're going to be worried about it if you're Zhejiang. Stroke of luck, so he's obviously not worried about the 7, or he's going to try and get rid of it later. He's playing to get the 2. Jobsad cannot fold, so that's, yeah, he's getting rid of the 7. Jobsad cannot fold, and he's up against trips at least. In terrible shape, basically. But he does have card advantage if he can do something like maybe a cyclone. He's got to get rid of the cards or a misdeal. Fibonacci. He's still going to be worried. Let's see what he does. Might try game plan. Does. Trying to hit the flush. But you know you can be against a full house. A made full house already. It's going to be tight. But you can, a lot of the time, you'll just whiff that. Ooh, wow, wow, wow. Okay. So he did hit the 2. He did also hit the 7. Crazy. Zijun with the 2-3. Huge hand. Zijun takes it down. It's going to be a 2-0 victory. Amazing. Really high level play. A little bit of luck. But yeah, super cool. Yeah, I bet Job said in that spot, when you hit the 2 with a 7, you're going to think, okay, maybe good. But no, there's overcards, right? So it's going to be split pot at best. Yeah. Rough. Tough to hit the 2 there, and yeah, not anything else, but that's how it goes. I'm going to have to run because my kids are screaming and crying outside. But yeah, this was fun. Awesome. Thank you for watching. This was Mega Tuesday. Every Tuesday we run this big tournament, $1,000 buy-in. This was a 6K prize pool in the end. 4,200 for first to Zijong. GG's, congrats to you. And GG's job set. Unknown player to me at least. I'm going to go and check you out on Parallel. But GG's for coming in and taking this down. 1,800 for second place is no small thing. That's $800 profit for a couple of hours work. Super cool. But yeah, GG's. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. Still super hot here, but yeah, I'm going to go sort my kids out, sort my life out, and yeah, we will do more of this soon. Peace out. Bye.